It's definitely something you have to leave a generation, because something like this is gonna, I feel like it's gonna stay in our bloodline.
Yeah.
Like grandkids will watch it. I think it just started a trend.
Yeah.
Hey, today I got time. Just a youngin' putting to work, I'm on my grind, yeah. Training and I'm working part-time, so when I hit the league, best believe I'm gon' shine, yeah.
Hey guys, I want to welcome you guys back to my channel. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. We're on 369 subscribers. That is amazing. I want to thank you guys all for the support. I really appreciate it. Very special episode. It's very close to home. My dad sat down and told his story, where he came from, what happened to him, and how we got to where we are today. So I'm really excited for you guys, and I really believe that my dad's story, it can really inspire and push people to know that anything in life is possible. He went through so much in his life. I really believe that my dad has set a trend that can change the world. Fathers being able to express themselves and tell their stories through video, through the camera. To be able to keep this as family history for generations is something really special. So I hope you guys can really enjoy the video.
Hi guys, this is your dad. I have chosen to do this video just to inspire you and to motivate you in your life journey. During COVID, I have time to think. And I think it's better to know me, not as a father, but as a man with his own story. I hope this video is going to let you know more about me. I was born in Rwanda, in the capital city, Kigali. My father was a prominent businessman in the country. We were dealing with bicycles and spare parts. My father had 2 wives. My mom was the youngest one. While I was growing up, I never experienced poverty. I attended the best school in the country. Life was good. When I finished high school in 1990, I was so carefree. I didn't think about the future much because my life was laid out for me. And I thought always I go to work with my family business, and I didn't even care about going to uni. But this changed slowly. In the last year of high school, a civil war in Rwanda began. A plane carrying the president of Rwanda was shot in Kigali. Life for every Rwandan is never the same. 500,000 to 1 million people were killed. I lost my father, I lost relatives, I lost friends, and all memories, I lost them. Life stopped completely. 2 police came bang the door in our house. They came in threatening my mom and my brother. They want to kill them. I left Rwanda, traveled to Congo, through Tanzania to live in Kenya. But that journey from Rwanda is unforgivable. He was driving on the road, you see dead body on the street and side. You see sick people, mother with baby, pregnant woman, no hospital, no system. There's no bank, nothing for the government. Everything was chaos. I had malaria and I wasn't sure I could survive. I crossed into the Congo, later Tanzania, and I was with your uncle, Alphonse. In Kenya, I met your mother, and your mother worked as a hostess at Kenya Ways. And myself, I had business importing cars from Dubai. Life was good at the beginning. We had a lot of friends and managed to support the Rwandan community in Nairobi. However, one day, the president of Kenya, Daniel Toroitich arap Moi, ordered that all Rwandan living in Kenya to be arrested and detained for 3 days. Imagine been arrested because you are Rwandan. At the worst time of my life was when I was traveling in Europe, and I was detained for more than 2 weeks, and I didn't have any travel document because in Rwanda we couldn't get ID. That time was still in the war, and that is when we knew we have to leave Kenya. We arrived in Australia in 1999. Your mom had to leave her dream job. At the time, Ian was 6, Eve was 3, and Rose was pregnant with Emmanuel.
I just want to speak on that really quickly. Mom, you are amazing. You gave up your dream job. I always knew that you wanted to be a flight attendant when I was a kid. However, I didn't know that you sacrificed everything that was comfortable to you just so we can have better opportunities in life. I appreciate you, Mom, so much. That's also another lesson, to go into the unknown. You may not know if it's going to work out a week from now or 2 weeks from now. However, just dive deep into faith and know that no matter whatever situation you're going to go through, it's going to work out. That's exactly what my mom did. And that is a huge lesson for all of us. Anyways, back to the story.
At the beginning, everything was new, and life got better because we got permanent resident. Your mom worked with Qantas, and I look after you boys. And we played soccer. We enjoy of time to go training and traveling. The best things in life, guys, is to see you boys growing up, become fine men. And that has made me proud as a father. Boys, my message for you is to have good life. And to have good life, you have to trust God, and you have to have faith in God, and have your goals, and you have to have a plan to achieve them, and positive mental attitude. You have to have a good relationship with your parents, a good relationship with people who are going to be around you. And to achieve all this, you have to have a discipline and consistent discipline to achieve best life. And what I'm wishing for you, and I hope also is what you wish in your life.
Wow, so that was a really touching video from my father. I'm so proud. My dad in Australia had a presentation where he showed this video to my brothers, my mum, and a few other family friends. So they sat down together and discussed a few topics on the matter. Here's what they had to say.
The good things people used to think, to put your story have to be nice, or your story have to be perfect. No, the good story is the real story, the struggle, the issue we have on it, and then the result is how to overcome that story.
Listening to my father's story and seeing things that I never even knew about was so intriguing to me, and it inspired me so much to know that I couldn't have even been here today.
I just want to say thanks for coming here. And Alois, thank you so much for sharing your story. That got me very emotional, just considering where we've come from. And I just want to say that Alois didn't say everything, because there's a lot in that story, but the little bit that you've said, thank you so much, and I hope the boys can learn something from there, 1 or 2 things. Ask each of you what you thought of the story, and if you just have something to say to Alois in regards sharing the story.
Even it got to me, I kept looking at you, I'm thinking, can they cry? I couldn't see one of them.
No, I was waiting to see what he was going to say. I'm telling you this because...
That is powerful. My dad passed away about 10 years ago, and I actually just sat here thinking, how powerful would it have been if he left something behind that we can relate to? He really hasn't told his story. To see people who are dead, to not have a chance to bury your father, to actually not know what happened to your own father, that's a journey in itself, you know. So I think there's so much that you can learn from there.
It's just crazy seeing some things that we didn't even know. Like with the malaria, I never knew you traveled with malaria and that you could have died. It really inspired me. I kind of saw myself 20, 30 years from now, on me on video, and then maybe my kids sitting down and my family, it's definitely something you have to leave a generation, because something like this is gonna, I feel like it's gonna stay in our bloodline.
Yeah.
Like grandkids will watch it. So if anything, I feel like my dad just started, I think he just started a trend.
Yeah.
It was very emotionally touching. Yeah, I just want to say I'm proud of you, Dad.
There was nothing happening in the country. It was just driving. You don't know even if you're going to be shot by the police or by the rebel.
He's gone through a lot of trauma, seeing war, seeing dead bodies.
To see people who are dead, to not have a chance to bury your father, to actually not know what happened to your own father. You know, that's a journey in itself.
Traveling a road where you're trying to get to your next destination, you don't know if you could be killed or not. You know, the mental fortitude you must have to be in that situation is amazing. If my dad can go through this and what he went through to be where we are today, then I can go through whatever I'm going through in life.
So our country, Rwanda, it was become like Sodom and Gomorrah. The country was destroyed. Everything was completely destroyed. There was no country that time. So now we went border to enter Congo.
African men culturally don't actually talk. They just are in the home, they are seen, but we don't hear from them.
You know, we don't really do in our culture, especially when it comes to emotions.
Black men really don't get the chance to express themselves, and just even men in general. So I'm so glad that he got to do that and show the world that as a father, as a man, it is important for your family to know your father's history.
God is always with me this journey. There's nothing else I can say. Because of those journey, that money were finished. I was me, Alphonse, and my friend Clavel. And we sit, we didn't know what to do. That's say God, He knows. If He has planned something, guys, you can't understand it. And what I'm telling you is you can't believe it. We have no money, we are sitting, drinking, but we have a car. And one guy passed through again. Oh, we found the guy, we know him. He went the same school with Alphonse. We know his family. Man, it was like God said. So he was working in Tanzania, and he was staying in that hotel.
Wow.
And he was working with UN in forest something. I said, what? You are here? So he was like, because you had to give him the news in Rwanda, what happened. Otherwise, he didn't know anything.
Oh, yeah.
We talked to him, and he said, look, I'm here, everything's good. He take us another room, me and Clavel, and then he said another room with Alphonse. So the life will become much better.
Yeah.
And guess what? That car, because he was taking taxi to work, and when he was paying, and he started taking us. You see how it works? And we didn't have any.
Oh, like that became your means of
income. Yes. Yeah. And then that's how I decided, no, I'll go to Nairobi, Kenya. That was promised land. It's a place where we are alive, that we remember, we are happy, everything's good.
To see the faith my dad had, to see the way God had led his path, no matter where he was, it makes sense when I see my life and the situations that I've been through, and I've thought to myself, how am I going to get through this test? How am I going to get through what I'm going through? And God has always got me through. That has come from my family. It's come from generations. So what my dad has done, he has really changed the world. And I encourage all you fathers, grandfathers, grandmothers, mothers to get a camera together, sit down and tell your story. Tell your story so your kids, your grandkids can know their family history, know their lineage, and know the power that their family comes from. It's something that family members can always come back, look on, and seek encouragement and inspiration. So I'm glad that my dad has been able to inspire you guys. I'm glad that I was able to share this content with you guys. And that's why I really believe that my content and what I'm doing with my channel is really different from everyone else. This is stuff that is life-changing. I also want my channel to be about life and how in different aspects in life you can achieve great things. God bless. I love you guys.
Hey, today I got time. Just a youngin' putting to work, I'm on my grind, yeah. Training and I'm working part-time, so when I hit the league, best believe I'm gon' shine, yeah.